Go to item number 5, tender contract, effluent disposal farm crop harvesting. Kevin Sears. Afternoon, Kevin.
Presenting this report this afternoon on the tender of the harvesting contract and recommending as part of that Council approve the tender from Pritchard Agricultural Contracting Services. The contract is for the land disposal systems for the wastewater is a critical part of the operation there, and over the last several years our market reputation has built to be a very strong reputation within the farming community for the sale of our bales, mainly due to good quality silage feed and the service that we provide. And the harvesting contractor is a critical part of that operation, especially obviously with the quality of the bales, but also with the service provided when it comes to loading our trucks and the delivery of the bales to the farms. So as I say, the contractor is an essential part of that operation, and to have the best possible contractor at an acceptable price, I believe is the suitable recommendation, and so therefore I've recommended Pritchard as the highest scoring form of tender.
Thanks, Kevin. Okay, so 1.6 mil. Do we get most of that back? Do we? How does it work again? We sell the bales?
Yes,
yep.
Yes, we're selling bales. I think in my report I put the estimated income, assuming that we sell all the bales for the next season, is about 1.4 million, and the harvesting cost per year is about, the tender is just over 800,000, 817 per about.
Pritchard's our existing suppliers.
They are the existing.
Any questions, councillors?
Just
Councillor Body.
Just clarification. I noticed that the previous contract was a 3 + 1 + 1. We're now looking at 2 years. Is there a reason for not? Because one of the options just give the +1 + 1.
Yep. The main reason for that was the current market has been a little bit unstable with different factors in that, and this season some of our sales have been down a bit, and because of those reasons, and so we shortened the term to a 2-year contract with the 3 one-year rollovers, just to give council the flexibility to be able to, after that 2-year period, to be able to re-tender or look at its operation and change what we're doing to try and reduce costs or just optimise.
Okay, thank you.
Can everyone hear at the back okay? Everyone okay? Cool. Okay, any other questions of Kevin? Councillor Jollins.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just through the Chair, Kevin, there are some healthy river plan changes coming up in the next couple of years. Do we see that posing any limitations or risks to these contracts that we have around the wastewater treatment plant? Have we factored that in at all?
Haven't really factored this into this contract. From what I heard the other day when I came up and heard the presentation, I don't think it will have a significant impact until at least after the 5-year
contract period.
Potential contract period for this.
Okay, so that would be another good reason to keep this shorter.
That's right.
Okay, thank you.
Good. Other questions or queries? Excellent, Kevin.
I'll move the suggested resolution, Your Worship.
Yep.
Second, Mr. Chairman.
Cool. It's been moved, the recommended resolution here that we job to Pritchard at the figure outlined. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you to you and your team for the good job you do up there, and I appreciate your clear and concise report today. So it's been moved by Councillor Hickling, seconded by Councillor Body. All those in favour, please say aye. Aye. Those against? Carried. Item number 6, tender contract for the odour extraction system.
Through the Chair, I'll handle this one, and if there's any technical questions, I'm sure Kevin can assist in this matter, but I'll take the paper as read, and any questions?
Your Worship.
Yes,
Councillor Hickling. This is for 1-year period. No? It doesn't actually say whether it's
construction contract, so it's a 1-year thing.
It's a 1-year contract. It's a 1-year period. Okay, thank you.
No, it's not a service
It's
contract,
it's construction. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Any other queries on odour extraction?
Just a very quick one in regards, the engineer's estimate was 250,000, this is 14,000 more, was there a reason for that?
The engineer's estimate was as close as we could establish at that particular point of time when we actually did the budgets about a year ago. So,
Only 2 tenders received by the look of it.
yeah.
Okay. Have a mover to get rid of the odour, please. Councillor Stewart. Moved by Councillor Student, seconded by Councillor Truman. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against, carried. Item number 7, animal management and environmental health and fees and charges. Mr. Scott Devonport.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon, Scott.
So I'll take a general item as read. Let's just give you a quick overview. This time every year we need to come in and get these fees set prior to the finalisation of the annual plan. That's mainly the fact that we need to send out all of our invoices one day to ensure that everyone has their food premises and dogs registered by the 1st of July. So that's the reason of the agenda item today. The back is the fees and charges, the ones followed and read are the ones that we're proposing to change. Not any significant changes really to the annual fees, mainly around the health fees, and that's still the new Food Act 2014 that's come in. Out of that is a lot more work around auditing and verification of food premises, and so the fees go up to reflect the additional work that's involved there. As part of the consultation document that went out, we had 4 submissions, 3 of them in support, pretty much supporting the fact that user pays is the way we should go to keep rates affordable. And 1 submitter that was against the changes to the dangerous dog fee. The dangerous dog fee slightly is really just an administration matter that it's a compulsory requirement of the Dog Control Act to have a 50% charge over and above the dog registration fees. Last year there was a typo in the fees, and so we've just adjusted that to reflect what the true figure should be. It should also be noted that the submitter that was against that charge doesn't actually have a dangerous dog himself, so it's just a bit of miscommunication there. That doesn't actually affect them. Any questions?
Any questions, Scott? On the fees and charges, Councillor Krasowski.
Thank you, Your Worship. Just a technical one. Seeing there were submissions to the annual plan, and seeing that we haven't had deliberations as yet of the annual plan, I understand that where you're coming from, that we need to pass it. But are we not technically then in breach of our process if we do not consider the submissions during our deliberation process?
No, because this agenda item gives you the chance to consider those submissions as part of this paper, so it's still part of that process that you've considered it and understood what your concerns are. Your decision around setting those fees and charges.
So you're just bringing that part of the process forward to today rather than waiting until the 7th, I think it is, when we talk about the rest of them.
Happens every year. You know where I'm coming from, Your Worship.
It's an unfortunate thing that happens every single year.
Yeah. I've made my point. Yep.
Mr Chairman, do we not only have 1 submission on, and it was to do with dangerous dogs, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was the only submission,
There's only one,
opposition. All the rest are in support.
Okay.
Just through the
Councillor
chair,
Jollins.
just following up from Bernard's comments, is there any way logistically we can get round what is a recurring issue? Because it makes a bit of a mockery of the process. I understand the practicalities for it, but is there any way round it?
The only way you could do it would be to bring your whole annual plan process earlier, so bring it forward, which does pose some technical difficulties for us there as well. So otherwise you're always going to have this problem because of the timing of the adoption of the annual plan or long-term plan, and when we need to get out the invoices for payment. So
Based on a new financial year.
that's right. So unfortunately the Dog Control Act and the Health Act are quite specific about the timing of that, and that doesn't fall in line with the other things that we're doing.
Understand.
All right. No other questions of Scott? Okay, suggested recommended resolution there. Those 1, 2 and 3. Could I have a mover, please? Thank you, Councillor Jollins. Seconded by Councillor Stewart. All those in favour, please say aye.
Aye.
Those against? Carried.